Did you hear that story recently? Maybe you saw the headline, "No, you can't carry a loaded weapon into the Republican National Convention." Did you see that story? I did, and I know a number of you did. From thehill.com, it turns out that the guy who authored a petition to allow open carry of guns at the Republican National Convention says he did it, to test the limits of the party's support for the Second Amendment. The petition, which has attracted national attention, reads as if it was written by a supporter of gun rights. Instead, the guy behind the petition is a Democrat who plans on supporting Hillary. His name is Jim. He's from Philadelphia. He reached out to thehill.com in a phone interview, said he published the petition to call attention to what he sees as a discrepancy in the Republicans' position on gun rights. So here you have a guy. The way this works, the story's out there that somebody wants an open carry permit for the Republican National Convention. Everybody goes, no, that's crazy. Turns out it's a Democrat playing a trick. After the impact of the news, after the impact of the story has been felt, then we learn the truth of it. Sorry, cannot play audio soundbite number 20. I just received a new audio soundbite here. New movie trailer shows illegal aliens being gunned down while audio of Trump is playing. I cannot play this audio soundbite. It's part of my Fifth Amendment, EIB Fifth Amendment ban on uttering any opinions about the Trump campaign. People don't hear what I say. They misunderstand. So the safest thing to do is to not say anything about it. Well, I'll tell you what it is. I mean, it's a guy. What we have here, a Spanish language ad made to look like a movie trailer, was released for, it's a new movie actually called Desierto. And it juxtaposes audio from a speech by Trump with scenes of Mexican immigrants being gunned down while crossing into the U.S. They actually made a movie out of this, and they've taken a section of it as a trailer. They put Trump's voice talking about immigration and a number of other things over Mexicans being shot at the border. But I can't tell you what I think of that. Well, I could, but I refuse to. You just have to stick with the fact that it is out there. Yesterday, the Washington Post had a story, a column, by Michael Gerson, the former speechwriter for George W. Bush, essentially claiming that I am destroying conservatism. That my quote-unquote blessing of the Trump campaign, my blessing of Donald Trump, is killing conservatism. I didn't bother commenting on it because it was silly, and I guess I could. I think I saved it here somewhere. But anyway, this was brought up last night on the Fox Business Network. Charlie Payne, his show called Making Money. He had Tammy Bruce, who herself is a talk radio host, a Fox News contributor. And he asks her about this. He says, look, Washington Post story, Rush Limbaugh's blessing of Trump is killing conservatism. He's one of the few well-known conservative radio guys who is neutral. He obviously likes Ted Cruz. He said some nice things about Trump. He doesn't condemn the Trump campaign. What about it, Tammy? Is Limbaugh killing conservatism?
Well, look, I've been agnostic as well. We understand for many Trump supporters, this is about an existential issue for the country, that if the country doesn't exist as we know it, then what good is conservatism? And if conservatism is so weak and has been so undefended, why would just Donald Trump be the one to destroy it all?
So her basic point is that conservatism is going to survive no matter what. But when you start throwing in blame like this, I mean, this argument about who's responsible for Trump, the very people responsible for it are those trying to shift that responsibility in the form of blame to others. But again, that's off limits here on the EIB network. I do have something, however, that I want to share with you. There was a town hall meeting in Wisconsin last night on CNN, And there was some news that was made out of this thing. All three Republican presidential candidates have now backed away from the pledge they all made to support the eventual nominee. None of the three remaining Republican candidates would guarantee last night that they would support the eventual nominee for president, departing from previous promises to do so and injecting new turmoil into an already tumultuous contest. Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and John Kasich were each given a chance during a CNN town hall in Milwaukee to definitively state that they would support the nominee, and all three declined to renew their pledge. That was just as recently as March 3rd in a Fox News debate that all three said they would support the nominee. Most of the drive-by media are only reporting that Trump is refusing to promise support for the nominee, but all three of them have basically backed away from their pledge. This was always going to be the case. You know, when these pledges first started flying, I thought the only guy, I'm sorry, I can't say that. I just thought when all of this started happening that none of this was going to hold up. Start making promises like this way back last fall, whatever the first debate was, August 6th, I think, August 3rd or August 6th. And that's when Bret Baier asked all these guys in the first Fox News debate, Trump, sorry, I can't say it. They all took the pledge. And I'm watching this, and this is not going to hold up. We're too soon into this. There's too much tumult yet to come. There are too many feelings yet to be hurt. There's too many people waiting to be offended or going to be offended or angered or what have you. And it was almost when Baier asked the question, the responses were practically instantaneous and automatic, which made them formulaic. But look, there's something interesting here. We had the town hall meeting, and I have two different stories about the town hall meeting, and they are completely different takes on what happened last night. One of them is at Breitbart, and the other one is by Daniel Horowitz at the Conservative Review. And not entirely, but I mean largely different interpretations and points of interest cited by both publications as to what happened last night. We'll come back and review this right after this.